You house gang, house gang, house gang. What it do was good. You already know, man. You already know what time it is. It is Blues House Live, aka Blues House Party. That's what's coming, y'all. Blues House Party is on the way. We're gonna do it tonight, but I decided to I needed to tweak some things, change some things around. But like I said, man, welcome to Blues House Live. You already know what we're about to get into tonight. So lock in, vibe with me, man. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I need you to subscribe, sub to me, man. Turn them notification bells on. Trust me, trust me, trust me. You're gonna be in for a good ride. Like as soon as you get in, hit that thumbs up if you like it. Hit that thumbs up if you like it. Please do, man. Please do. That way we can get the algorithm flowing, get everybody knowing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, without further ado, let's get get it, as they say. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, man, I'm still talking Mr. Terrific. Still talking Mr. Terrific, man. The STEM revolution, right? Mr. Terrific. Can a superhero really change the game? Can superheroes really, really change the game and get some things popping and cracking, percolating and things of that nature, man? Um, I think they can. I really do. I think they can. I think it makes all the sense in the world for some young person to see a character on the big screen and get elated by them and want to emulate the things that they do. So we're gonna break things down when it comes to that. Because I was reading an article. It was an article by Nerdist, and I'll share that article. We'll share that thing. You know what I mean? Why not? We'll share that thing right here. The real world impact of Mr. Terrific and Superman. The real world impact. And I think that's important. And I want to salute Chill, man, because Chill talks a lot about seeing yourself on the screen and having those real world implications be reciprocated out towards the real world. He talks about that a lot. So I want to salute him on that, man. So yeah, like I said, this article, when did this article come out? July 11, 2025. So it's a fairly new article. Hopefully y'all can see it. You know what I'm saying? But it seems what I like about Superman, it seems that DC might be forward facing with a superpowered STEM campaign. You know what I'm saying? Putting Superman and Mr. Terrific front and center of the forefront. And that sounds good. You know what I'm saying? It sounds real good. But the thing is, we know Superman, Clark Kent is a household name, but Michael Holt isn't. Right. And when I say Michael Holt, a lot of y'all don't even know who Michael Holt is, but y'all just watched the movie with him and y'all just saw him steal all the scenes that he was in the Superman movie. Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific. You know what I'm saying? He is the one who actually looks like us, thinks like us, comes from where we come from. Right. So he would be the person who I would gravitate my sons and my daughters to want to emulate and be like. Not necessarily Superman, not saying anything is wrong with Superman, right? But it's Superman. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Derpy? What up? What you do, man? What did you do? Talk to me. So that's why tonight's, you know what I'm saying, tonight we talking STEM for who, why Mr. Terrific, not Superman, who should be leading the forefront and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into race, representation, science, tech, real world impact, whether it's DC, Marvel, and are they going to be putting their money where their mouth is? And the reason I really want to hit this is because we had Ironheart just come out. She was in STEM. And now we got Mr. Terrific in Superman. He's a STEM person, both Black Americans. So I really want to highlight that. Hey, congrats, bro. That is dope. Hitting 100 subs is major. Keep pushing, bro. Keep pushing, man. That is major, major, major. Salute, salute, salute. Please, y'all, if y'all coming in here, man, y'all tell Derpy congrats on hitting 100. Tell Derpy congrats on hitting 100. So yeah, let's break down this article. Let's talk a little bit about this article, man. It says real world impact on Mr. Terrific and Superman. We're finally getting to see one of the coolest, smartest, most brilliant minds in DC Comics hit the big screen. Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific. Not only is it intellectual powerhouse, but he also represents a crucial facet of Black STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I myself come from that world. You know what I'm saying? I myself come from that world, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So this kind of really hits home when it, you know what I'm saying, with me. Now in James Gunn's new Superman movie, Edie Gathargy's, did I pronounce that right? Eddie Gathargy's portrayal showcases his intellect, power, and ingenuity. He's also a major player in helping Superman save the world. This kind of visibility matters far beyond films, entertainment, and comic books. Buck in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? We haven't seen many heroes, super or otherwise, or even villains who are primarily STEM-based characters. Why is this important? Because it can shift aspirations, challenge stereotypes, and even influence industry practices, right? So this article is going to be laying out DC's campaign aimed at bringing STEM, science, tech, engineering, and math into classrooms using superheroes as an educational tool. And I think that's dope, right? On the surface, we got Superman on front and center, but right behind him is Mr. Terrific. Right now, a quote from this article is DC kids want to believe that anyone can be super, not just because they were born on another planet, but because their brain, their drive, and their compassion. And I love that. I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the case, why have the face of this movement be Superman and not Mr. Terrific? That would be my argument. Why not lead with the Black man? Why not lead with Mr. Terrific, who built himself up through intellect and perseverance, right? So I'm going to go back into the article. Let's keep reading this article because there's a gap in this. And this is the reason why I'm doing this. The inspiration gap, Black professionals in STEM. On the STEM side, the story is similarly stark. According to Pew Research, Black students earn no more than 9% of STEM degrees awarded in 2018 across the bachelor's, master's, and doctoral levels, with particularly low representation in engineering and physical sciences. Black women in particular comprise of only about 2 to 2.5% in U.S. STEM workforce. Black STEM professionals report higher rates of workplace discrimination. Roughly 62% say they've experienced race-related slights at work compared to lower percentages for other groups. And I hope I ain't boring y'all. It's all gonna come together, man. I don't want to bore y'all with the statistics, but trust me, this is all gonna come together. This combination of underrepresentation and unease can severely discourage young Black talent from even considering STEM careers, right? This is where Mr. Terrific on the big screen comes in. I told you we're gonna tie this back to Mr. Terrific, an invisible example of a person of color who embodies scientific brilliance, resilience, and moral conviction. Studies show that seeing someone like you, someone who looks like you, your face, your skin tone, your demeanor, who speak your vernacular, all of that, you know what I'm saying, in a field correlates with greater interest and persistence. Now that means that, like I just said, if somebody's trying to get you in said field, when you look up and see somebody recognizable in that field that looks like you, that comes from the same place you come from, talk the same way you talk, do the same things you do, you would be more inclined to go into said field because one of you are representing in that. I want to really home in on that. That's why, to me, Mr. Terrific is so important. For instance, Black students with Black STEM teachers report more positive experiences and encouragement to stay in STEM tracks, translating that to cinema young viewers. Can y'all even see that? Now that I'm reading this, and y'all probably like, man, I can't see nothing, y'all, that you reading, bro. You got to make that bigger. My bad, y'all. My bad. For instance, students with Black STEM teachers report more positive experiences and encouragement to stay on STEM tracks. Translating that to cinema, young viewers who identify with Michael Holt may internalize, if he belongs here, maybe I do too. And we saw a lot of that with T'Challa on screen. That's another reason why T'Challa was so important, right? His representation, I'm pretty sure, got a lot of people to start looking into certain different fields of science. Seeing Shuri do what she do, I'm pretty sure got a lot of Black Americans, Black people to look into STEM-related fields. That's how important these representation is. It's a psychological nudge that can plant seeds for future scientists, engineers, and innovators, potentially inspiring them to seek out real-life examples like Lonnie G. Johnson, who is a NASA engineer and inventor of the Super Soaker. Mae C. Jemison, the first African-American woman to travel into space. Or Alan Emtage, credited with inventing Archie, the world's first internet search engine. So they was out here getting it early. Stuff like that will inspire you to get into it early. Imagine seeing, imagine going to school and that's what they putting into your head as a kid. And you seeing these people make it. You seeing these people make it. You know what I mean? You seeing these people really get to it. I think that would be a major thing for students to do that. I really do. I really do. So what I want to talk about is who represents real STEM in this. Who represents real STEM? Because they got Superman front and center, but he's not a STEM guy. He's an alien. His powers, he got powers he's been born with, and he doesn't have to work for knowledge or overcome systemic barriers. The skin that he showed up in Earth in allowed him to be able to maneuver and, think about it, fit in with the society that he is now in. Now we compare that to a Mr. Terrific, Olympic level athlete, 14 PhDs, inventor of self-aware AI, aka his T-spheres, a Black man navigating systemic racism, grief, still becoming the third smartest man in the DC universe. This is something that us as Black people should want to see on the screen 24/7. 24/7. We got to push for this. Stuff like this we got to push for, man. It's a lot of things that's on TV. A lot of movies come out. We really got to start pushing for more things like this, right? Let's get back into this article. Past and present Black STEM heroes in genre storytelling. Mr. Terrific's arrival is a big win. It's worth acknowledging that the road to meaningful Black STEM representation in genre storytelling has been uneven at best. And we know that. We've seen that with Marvel, right? Uneven. The way our representation over there it is at Marvel is real uneven. It's shaky ground over there. For every step forward, there's been glaring misses or outright missteps. Take Blank Man back in 1994, for instance. Damon Wayans was a nerdy, socially awkward crime-fighting inventor. Blank Man was dope. Very underrated movie. He rigs up gadgets, has a whole home base made from junkyard scraps. He was like a broke, muscle-free mashup of Iron Man and Batman. He was. And this was decades before Black Panther and one of the first portrayals of Black STEM superhero ever hit the big screen. I never really thought about Blank Man like that. I never really thought about did y'all? those who saw Blank Man, did y'all think of Blank Man like that? I never, I saw it back in the day. Like, this came out in 94 and it never really hit me like that. But now that I think about it, yeah. Blank Man, we might need to, Damon Wayans might need to revisit Blank Man. Maybe Damon Wayans need to revisit Blank Man. Then there's Steel, starring Shaq, right? It's John Henry Irons. I know a lot of people like, come on, Steel. We talking Steel. But now that I do remember, being about him, being a scientist and a engineer and all that. John Henry Irons is a brilliant weapons engineer who builds his own armored suit after tragedy strikes. We also cannot forget Dr. Karen Jensen, played by Nisha Bush Wright in Blade, a hematologist who unfortunately becomes Blade's indispensably ally. In the film, she uses her medical expertise to hunt for a cure for vampirism. I think we got, I wonder what the doctor side of things look like with STEM. I'm gonna have to check on that. Wonder what the doctor thinks. Then we have Lucius Fox, who is played by Morgan Freeman in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, who is also he also deserves an nod because he's the CEO of Wayne Enterprises, whose sharp engineering mind outfits Batman with its most advanced tech. And then in most recent years, we got Shuri, played by Letitia Wright in Black Panther and Wakanda Forever, the chief architect of Wakanda's technology. Her brilliance is woven into every part of those stories. Now that should be T'Challa's story, but for what I'm talking about and what we're uncovering and unpacking tonight, she could stay. It's fine, because that is what was on the big screen, and it's still a representation. So that's fine. I love that. I think that's dope. That is, you know what I'm saying? That is really dope. But that we're talking when talking about that, we're talking about there's a they brought up the gap. Who's in STEM? Now this matters because they brought up the research, what it is, Pew Institute. You know what I'm saying? That Black people only make up 9% of the STEM workforce. 9%. Y'all hear me, ladies and gentlemen? 9% of the STEM workforce. We missing out. In computer science and engineering, that number drops down to 5%. 5%. But on the entertainment and consumer side, we look good because we're overrepresented and they're overspending, or we're overspending because we buy the products. We consume a lot of these products that the STEM, that STEM puts out. We love seeing Black people in labs and in classrooms, but the pipeline, the class to lab to job pipeline got cracks all in it. And I think those cracks stem from, no pun intended, they stem from not having enough visibility, not enough representation. Right? Think about it. How dope would it be for Black boys and girls to open up a comic book or watch an animated series and see themselves as geniuses, not the sidekick, not the muscle, not the comic relief, smiling and cheesing, getting a Tyrone Magnus on, but the mind behind the mission. Right? The mind behind the mission. What if the young kids saw that they can, use their brain and be smart? They can be running the whole thing. They could be the ones maneuvering the puzzle pieces all around the board. Wouldn't that be dope? How dope, how smooth would that be? How dope would that be? Let's get back into this article, y'all. Get back into this article. It's always they keep naming because and this is what I mean by we're overrepresented in entertainment. Even in the article, they keep going. There's also Cyborg, Victor Stone, who was played by Ray Fisher. in Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League, who pivots on his advanced cybernetics and hacking genius. Then there's Dr. Bill Foster, who was played by Lawrence Fishburne in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and his pioneering biochemist, once deep in PIM particle research, right? We even got a few stem-aligned villains, Jamie Foxx's Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2 and No Way Home, or Black Manta, who was played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen in Aquaman films. You know what I'm saying? Are too rare. However, as antagonists, they still deserve a mention. Me, and if y'all saw me yesterday, I talked about, we was talking about Norman Osborn being black. I'm all about black villains. I think we should be represented everywhere. Black villainry, black superheroes, black regular stuff. I think we should be represented everywhere. Why not? Especially for the sake of genre storytelling. I know in the comics, I always felt Thanos was black to me for some reason. I always thought he was black. Ended up being played by a white dude. Cool, no issues. But I always thought he was black. Thought his demeanor was black. Everything was black about him. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. Now, this article talks about how Superman gets Mr. Terrific right. What I love about Superman is how it leans all the way into the show don't just tell mantra when it comes to Michael Holt's genius. The film steers clear of the usual pitfalls that often snag black intellectual characters in genre storytelling. Gunn doesn't reduce Mr. Terrific to a walking supercomputer or a glorified IT guy for superheroes. Instead, we get to watch his T-spheres operate as living extensions of his mind. Hope proves his brilliance through hands-on problem solving and innovation. And that's what you're supposed to do. Show me. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how smart this dude is. Let me really see how smart he is. Okay, y'all telling me he's smart, but what problem is he solving? You know, what problem? Shuri, did Shuri ever really solve that problem? I don't think she ever really solved the problem. And I guess you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put too much on Shuri, but I don't know. Shuri is kind of like, I think they could have did better with Shuri. You know, I think they could have did better with Shuri. I could be wrong, but I personally think they could have did better with Shuri. So his character isn't one-sided or just spitting out tech jargon. He's cracking dry jokes, revealing different sides of his personality, and standing shoulder to shoulder with Superman and Lois to take down Lex and his crew. The film grants him true agency, letting his own ethical dilemmas and decisions drive key moments. That's precisely what gives seeing Mr. Terrific on screen such real-world impact. Yeah, you got to see Mr. Terrific go through certain things, fix this problem. But in the midst of fixing this problem, it caused that. Now I got to go over here and fix this. Or how can I get the whole thing to be fixed? And like they said, I'm standing shoulder to shoulder with Superman. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot riding on that. I got Superman standing next to me. I don't know how much pressure that would be for Mr. Hope, but he handled it the way he was supposed to handle it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people talking about, oh, he was on here talking jive and all of this. Nah, he sounded like an assertive black man. He sounded like somebody's, man, move out the way. I got this. He sounded like somebody who was ready to take control. We don't have an issue when Batman do it. We don't have an issue when Tony Stark do it. Why was it an issue when Mr. Terrific did it? Shouldn't be no issue for that. None whatsoever. What's up, Chill? I know I didn't just jump into your stream on the note. Could have done better with Shuri. They could have done better, man. They could have done better, but they didn't. True, she was, but she didn't solve it. So was Mr. Look, Mr. Terrific was too. He was too. Just saying, it's all about putting, and I know it's storytelling. You know, we do this, it's for the sake of storytelling, but it's also about putting your characters in the best position to showcase their talent and their skills, right? It seems like over at Marvel, they want to deconstruct so much. Everything is deconstruction over there. Sometimes just let them be dope. Let them be great. Even with Riri, they should have just let her be great. They didn't have to, you know, like I said, I know it was for genre storytelling. And a part of me is fine with it. Y'all want to make her criminal, cool, but y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all could have just let Riri be great and bask in her brilliance, and let her brilliance be what is the stumble of, you know what I'm saying, for her. Her brilliance should be the issue that caused her the problem. Now she got to use her brilliance to overwrite the you know what I'm saying, to fix everything. But it's Marvel. What can I say about Marvel, man? What can I say about Marvel? It's Marvel just be, they do what they do. They do what they do, man. They do what they do, you know. But I want to ask y'all, because STEM is important. Like I said, I'm in the STEM field now. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the military, I was in the STEM field. STEM has seemed like STEM has always been a part. I was breaking stuff down, learning how to, yeah, I was reverse engineering things by break. I remember I was just talking to my cousin about it. Her dad, my uncle, I used to break all his equipment and put it back together. You know what I'm saying? That's what really got me into like electronics and things of that nature. You know, so I want to ask y'all, did y'all have a mentor or a STEM teacher growing up who looked like you? Matter of fact, did y'all even have a teacher, just a regular teacher that looked like you? You know what I'm saying? I know me growing up, I didn't have a lot of male teachers, let alone black male teachers. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to ask y'all, would your younger self be inspired by Mr. Terrific? Seeing Mr. Terrific on that big screen, would he inspire you to go into the STEM field? Moloch, what up? Billy Mo, what's good? What's good? It's a lot of things they could have did, but a lot of things they could have did. And how much does seeing somebody like you in media matter for motivation? Like I said earlier, Chill is a real proponent of this. He wants that representation to not only make you motivated to go out and do something, but to make others who might look at you in a different way to treat you differently. So what does that, seeing a Mr. Terrific or somebody like a Mr. Terrific on screen, how does that hit you? You know what I mean? How does that really hit you? You know what I'm saying? Because this, for me, when I'm sitting up here talking about Mr. Terrific, this isn't just about like comic book movies and things like that. This is about future coders, drone engineers, AI and computer, you know what I'm saying, program developers, data scientists, you know what I'm saying, those who need to see themselves in a bigger platform to believe that they can build something bigger. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's dope, but that's dope. I had a lot of, like, I had black teachers, but black male teachers was very few and far in between. Black female teachers, yes. Black male teachers, unless they was a coach. You know what I'm saying? If they was a coach, yeah. But actual classroom teacher, nah. So I would encourage those young men who think that they would be good teachers, go be good teachers. Go teach. I think we need more black male teachers in the school systems. We need them. We need them. You know what I mean? We need them. And that's messed up, Billy. Why you need do you need a master's to be a teacher? I didn't think you need a master's to be a teacher, but you know. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. A terrific moment for STEM and on-screen representation, right? Mr. Terrific is a in Superman is a bona fide co-star right alongside other metahumans. His time on screen isn't some blink and you'll miss it cameo, and I like that about James Gunn. He really let him shine. He has full-on impact on the outcome of the film. I'm sure fans of the character and of Gathegi, I think that's how you pronounce it, who also played Darwin in X-Men First Class, we know how that ended. Before getting killed off way too quickly, despite Darwin's power literally being able to evolve and survive anything, will appreciate finally seeing him get his due. I did, because when that happened, I was heated. When that happened, I was mad. What? Darwin, wait, and especially being who he was killed by, Sebastian Shaw. I said, what now? I was like, Sebastian Shaw killed Darwin? Nah, that's nasty. But seeing a black STEM superhero take center stage isn't just important for fans or indie projects. It matters on the biggest screen possible. With his portrayal of Mr. Terrific presence carries far beyond the new DC movie universe. It sparks thought, inspires idea, and expands possibilities, contributing to the hope and potential of future generations. That's that. That's the article, man. That is the article. But we're gonna keep going. That article is just gonna open up for me to have more dialogue with y'all. Chill said Darwin didn't make me want to be a science professor. No, Darwin shouldn't. But what about Mr. Terrific? What about Mr. Terrific? Unless you're talking about Charles Darwin, we ain't talking about that dude. That is not who we talking about. You know what I mean? That is not who we talking about. Maybe that's who you talk about. That ain't who we talk about. What I want to hear that after that. So yeah, when it comes, and I keep contrasting Superman and Mr. Terrific because I think that's a dope contrast. We got Superman who's a symbol, right? But he's not a strategy. Like I can't be at the end of the day with him being a symbol, I can't be Superman because I can't fly. I can't do the things that Superman does. I know he's supposed to represent hope, and he, the fire, being the fireman of the world and things of that nature. But the only reason why he can do that is because he has these great godly powers. Mr. Terrific, he's the blueprint, though. You know what I'm saying? He's the person who shows us what happens when your brilliance and your intellect meets access and opportunity. You see what I'm saying? That's what Mr. Terrific is. If you got the brain and the know-how, once access and opportunity comes, sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? Sky's the limit. Now, the crazy thing about this is a lot of people, or I just say this, DC and DC with Mr. Terrific, they know he's not a marketable or mainstream guy yet. I'm gonna say yet because I really believe that they can turn the faucet on for him. They could turn the faucet on for him. He's not on lunch boxes yet. He hasn't headlined any movies, TV shows, anything like that. So as of right now, they got to do what they got to do and bury him behind Clark and call it inclusion. Right? That's just the name of the game. I know, but that is the name of the game. That's the name of the game. And then when it comes to our superheroes, we got visibility pyramids. We got who they're going to showcase first. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, the Holy Trinity. Maybe they're sprinkling a little Flash, Aquaman up in there. But on that bottom tier, that bottom rung, that's what we got the Mr. Terrifics, the Vixens, the Jon Stewarts, and that's bad. We need to figure out a way to elevate the Mr. Terrifics, Jon Stewart, and Vixens. That's why I keep applauding James Gunn because it seems like that's what he wants to do. Everybody keep giving him, everybody gives James Gunn shit for going after these obscure characters. They gave him shit for Guardians of the Galaxy, and I admit I was right there. I was right there. I was, man, why would he do Guardians of the Galaxy? I was right there. But Gunn might have had it in his head. I like them, and I want to see them be elevated. And when you are in the position that James Gunn is in, that is exactly what you do. That is what we preach here all the time. Hey, when you get in position, elevate those. Reach back, pull up, right? James Gunn did exactly what he was supposed to do once he got in that position. Hey, this is my favorite. Long as he put his, you know what I'm saying, put his all into making sure that these IPs work, that's why they work. Now, can he do the same with Mr. Terrific? Can he do the same with John Stewart? And John Stewart is my Green Lantern anyway. I think he's a lot of people's Green Lantern. So going forward, when I say Green Lantern, I'm talking John Stewart. But can he do that with Vixen? If they ever get Milestone back, can he do that with a Static and an Icon? Rocket, Hardwire. Can he do that? Because let's be real, Black Brilliance always gets sidelined for some reason. For some reason, the actor might pass, and then they kill off the character. Right? Sideline, even if it's canon, they don't care. They put you off to the side. And I say that because how many people you think knew about Mr. Terrific before this movie came out? How many people found out about Mr. Terrific when this movie came out? James Gunn is making you pay attention. You know? So what would y'all like to see these companies do? Because we can sit here and yes, let's support our own. 1000%, let's support our own. Let's support our own. Let's support our own. Let's support our own. But let's talk about the big two right now. Let's talk about the big two. What could Marvel and DC do differently if they want to be serious about representation, especially if they want to, you know what I'm saying, be forward facing in the STEM situation of it? This is something I would say that I think they should do. This will help with representation starting from the bottom up. We get a Mr. Terrific animated mini series or something like that. These are just a couple of ideas I'm gonna spitball. Mr. Terrific animated series, mini series. You can aim it at young kids around, you know what I'm saying, middle school, something like that. You can do free downloadable STEM curriculum that is built around like his tech, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we're not building actual T-spheres, but you know how they have those books, you know what I'm saying, that's theoretically based around like Batman and all of this stuff. You can do that with his stuff. You can have Black engineers, and this could be a stretch, but just showing up dressed up as Mr. Terrific, you know what I'm saying, coming to like elementary schools, middle schools, and things of that nature. I remember we used to have stuff like that. We had a dude who used to come out of school back in the day. Any of y'all who from the Texas area, I don't know if y'all, you know what I'm saying, I went to elementary school in Texas. Rapping Reggie. Rapping Reggie. Rapping Reggie was like the local, you know what I'm saying? He was like the local TV mascot, black dude. He was telling kids, you know, that heavy in the dare program, don't do drugs. He was trying to have kids do you know, stay in school. You know, back then, and it's crazy how far, how of a 180 it's gotten. You know what I'm saying? From when I was in school, elementary school, to what it is now. You don't even have things like that now. You got, if you know what I'm saying, you have to go search for it. This was like, damn, seemed like it was mandated. Like they met kids right where they was at. Oh, y'all watching, you know, you doing homework, you watching cartoons after school or something like that, after school cartoons or Saturday morning cartoons. Why they don't have programs like that no more? And I don't mean to deviate, but why they don't have programs like that no more? Even with these streaming channels and networks that we have, if kids are sitting there watching Bluey all day, why not have like the Bluey Kids? You know what I'm saying? We had like the Fox Kids Club. We had all of these things. I'm not gonna say it did what it did for me or what it didn't do for me, but I remember it's stuck in my brain. Hell, I remember Burger King had a kids club, McDonald's had like these kids clubs that made you want to be a kid. You learn, you know what I'm saying? What happened to all of that stuff, man? What happened to all that stuff? It's crazy. I think it helped. I think a lot of those programs help. You know, what about comics bundled in like a Chromebook or something for inner city schools that showcased Mr. Terrific, a Shuri, Lucius Fox, a Riri Williams, a T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? Had them actually teaching kids at a young age as you know what I'm saying, like animated shorts that, you know, could we even had that now that I think about it? T'Challa should show up on like Sesame Street or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we had stuff like that back in the day. Y'all are doomed. If it's some kids on here watching, y'all doomed. I hate to say it, y'all doomed, man. And then just have scholarship. Where are the scholarships that are funded by a Warner Brothers / DC, a Disney / Marvel, Netflix, Apple TV? Where y'all scholarships at, especially for the STEM programs, especially aimed at Black Americans? Where is that at? Show me that. That should be like showcased. That should be running across TV screens. It should be ads as I'm scrolling through Instagram or Twitter or whatever, you know what I'm saying? TikTok. Where is that at? You know what I'm saying? We talk about like the Wakanda outreach program and how dope that was at the end of Black Panther, him doing that. What if DC did that for real? Or what if Marvel did that for real? A Mr. Terrific's Future Lab. Marvel presents the Wakanda Outreach Scholarship. What if they did that for real? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, when you take and you don't give back, your stock plummets. Your shareholders is not looking at you saying, hey, what's going on? People start to leave. And that's BS. That's BS. Buck gave us a $4.99 super chat. Buck says, I think He will, but we have to give him some time. It's going to be an out of the blue character for sure. No, I agree with you. I totally agree. I'm giving him time. I'm giving him leeway, bro. What he did with Mr. Terrific, I'm fine with. Once the lanterns come out and we see what John Stewart is about, if he really puts his all into John Stewart, you know what I'm saying? I heard rumblings of Anubia. Last night you heard me talk about Naomi. Because you talking about an out of the blue character. Naomi for me would be an out of the blue character. Bumblebee would be an out of the blue character. Vixen to be dope too. Right? Vixen to be dope. I want and would love to see some Vixen. Who y'all think could play Vixen? Who y'all think? Would Tiana Taylor be a good Vixen? Y'all think Tiana Taylor? No? Am I reaching? But yeah, now I know I'm giving him. I got faith in Gunn, man. In Gunn, we trust. I got faith in him. He did Superman right. Seems to be on the right path. As much as Superman was front and center, it didn't take away from Mr. Terrific. It really didn't. Mr. Terrific had much of an impact on that movie as Superman did. And I think that's dope. That's dope for me, man. That's dope for me. Yes, she is. She's already dating Aaron Pierre. She is already dating Aaron Pierre. That would be, I mean, you can do that, even though I would love to see the the John Stewart and Hawk Girl situation happen. But I'm down for for Stewart and Vixen. I think they got a little thing going too, if I remember correctly. So, like Chill said, Tiana Taylor's already dating Aaron Pierre. James Gunn, make it happen. Buck, let me give you something. What can I give you? What can I give you? I gotta come up with some new ones, but I'll give you this.
Cheetah's out of control. I'm out of control. This whole damn party's out of control.
So yeah, man. So let's kind of wrap it up with this. Do y'all think they would elevate Mr. Terrific, or do y'all think they would exploit him? I know that's kind of heavy to kind of end with, you know what I'm saying? But are they just showing him? Are they really showing him love, or are they just using him for his blackness? You know what I'm saying? To try to keep the spotlight, represent. Is it fake love? That's what I'm asking. Do y'all think it's fake love? Is James Gunn genuinely committed to using black superheroes for real change, or is this just marketing? Is it just marketing? I want them to push these characters just as much as they push the big three, the Holy Trinity. I want Mr. Terrific to be a household name, just like T'Challa has now become a household name. I want John Stewart to become a household name, just like Sam Wilson is now, I guess, a household name, right? We need more Mr. Terrific and less tokenism, because I didn't fit. Did y'all feel like Mr. Terrific was a token in that? Because I did not. I felt like they gave him a lot of agency, a lot of autonomy, and he felt like he was really there, part of what's going on. He wasn't just filling in, wasn't just a sidekick. He didn't just show up, he wasn't just showing up to work. He actually had a job to do, and he did his job. So I think that's dope, man. I think that's dope. 10 more minutes, man. What y'all want to talk about? Or how do y'all feel about Mr. Terrific? I got 10 more minutes before I call it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep these things an hour. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all talking about in the chat? Let me see. Chill says it could get ugly if they split. It could. They could. Stamina say I'm down for Tiana as Vixen. Okay. Billy Mo says some people might say it was a Mr. Terrific movie with Superman in it. They could, hey, no lies told. No lies told, Billy Mo. No lies told. Say Jon Stewart and Vixen date in the second and third season. Yeah, they do. That's right. I knew they did something. Tiana Taylor would be dope. Yep. Yeah, man, that's Bob from marketing, man. As you know, I think he only did that character once, if I remember correctly, maybe twice, either once or twice. But that's like one of my favorite Martin characters. That's one of my favorite Martin characters, Bob from marketing. Well, let me see. Junior says, I feel like, yeah, I think they are showing them love. I think, and somebody said it, you said it, James Gunn loves these characters. That's the thing when you hire somebody who loves the characters and is not just there to be an executive. They're there to have real actual input because they want to see the characters really do things and matter. Feige, I'm looking at you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like James Gunn, and I think that's what's the genius of his hiring is. That's the genius of him of Zaslav hiring not only James Gunn but Peter Safran, right? Because having a creative over there in James Gunn, and then having Peter Safran being the quote unquote professional guy, probably the deal maker. I think that's why this DCU will work. James Gunn cares. I don't know if Feige cares anymore. Maybe he started with the care. I don't know if he cares anymore. That's why it's not that I want to see him fired, but I would like for him to move on to something he cares about so we can get somebody else in there who cares. That's all. Not to, you know what I'm saying? Not that I hate the dude. He came in and gave us what, 10, 11 years of dopeness. But once you win the championship for so long, do you know what I'm saying? You start to lose it. And it seemed like Feige don't know how to pivot. So yeah, I'm watching James Gunn, and this is his, I'm not gonna say this is his first one because we got Suicide Squad from him, which I thought was a good movie, brilliant movie. Came out during the pandemic, still did numbers. We got Peacemaker, brilliant TV show. Creature Commandos. Those, if y'all have not watched Creature Commandos, I really advise y'all to watch it. I think if y'all like this Superman, and if y'all are believing in James Gunn right now, go back, revisit Creature Commandos. I'm telling you, you will like it. It is good. It is. It's real good. So yeah, he loves these characters. That is a good thing. That dumb shit about, oh, we don't hire people who like the comics or know that. Why would you not hire somebody who loves what they do? Why would you not do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you let me hire this teacher who don't like teaching? Just, here's the curriculum. We don't hire teachers who read curriculums. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine somebody coming out. Imagine somebody coming out and saying, yeah, nah, we don't like to hire teachers who read curriculums. What? Okay. All right. He didn't give off magical Negro, and I'm right. He didn't do that. He didn't. But I might come back and Varnell. Yeah, I forgot about the Varnell Hill show. If that actually does come to fruition, I'm highlighting that show as much as I can. He should, if they bring Bob back for the Varnell Hill show, shaboing boing. If they bring that, hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. Tina in the building. What up, Tina? I'm so behind. I said, come on. That's because you don't went to Beyonce concert back to back to back to back. Out there beehiving it up. That's why. Yeah, it was. Real good series. Real good series. So I knew Supes was gonna be good, but not amazing. I'm so glad he did every character in the movie justice. No pun intended, right? Nah, it and what you saying that I think he did do every character, even though we didn't get a lot of Hawk Girl. I didn't feel like she was underused, if you get what I'm saying. She was there for just the amount of time. She did exactly what she needed to do. Her and Hal Jordan. Metamorpho, all of it's like they all showed up and did what they were supposed to do and went home. And I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? I am fine with that. Come off the bench strong. You know what I mean? CC was respectable and I dig it, but it's my least favorite of all of Gunn's semi-recent repertoire. Rather, I felt the others were all. I mean, hey, and that's fine. I'm not saying that it's the best thing since sliced bread. All I'm saying is I don't think Creature Commandos was given its fair shot. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people looked at James Gunn like, why would this be your first, you know what I'm saying, thing going? I think we should go back and I think all the James Gunn Easter eggs, all the things we need to know about the DCU is in Creature Commandos. Everything that he wants to do going forward is in Creature Commandos. And I think he came out with Creature Commandos to let everybody know that this world, superheroes already exist. This is the superhero world. All that other goofball stuff, you ain't got to worry about it. We're going to be world building from the inside out instead of from the outside in. That's good. I'm fine. I'm cool with that. It makes things a little less convoluted. You still, you know what I'm saying? We can still get on here every day and speculate and pontificate and come up with things and all of that. Especially it's easier to me now, it's easier because this is a place full of superheroes. So all the crazy, zany, wild takes that we may have, they could actually work. That's what's dope to me. That's what dope to me. Yes, Jimmy, even right. Every character played. Come on, man. Every character played a part. Every character played a part. You sure you ain't following Beyonce? Where Beyonce gonna be at this weekend? You sure you ain't going there, Tina? Huh? You sure you ain't dragging the wife to Beyonce concerts? That's what I'm at the Tina out here dragging the wife from concert to she gonna be tired soon, Tina. Like you can't just keep dragging your wife to Beyonce concerts. Can't keep doing that. You gotta come home soon. Come up for some fresh air soon. Nah, I like seeing y'all out and about, man. My sister-in-law was at that same concert. So salute the B. Salute the B. Jimmy equals the Pete Davis in the Metropolis. The most self-respecting dudes can't. Hawkman would have helped Mr. Terrific and Lois. Hawkman. Oh, if Hawkman was in it, yeah. You know what? Now, my question is to James Gunn is you got some viable characters from that Black Adam movie. That movie was not a horrible movie, and all the actors did a damn good job. Go get them. Bring Hawkman back. Bring Dr. Fate back. Hell, bring Black Adam back. I think it's some viability over there. I think it's some viability over there. Go get them. Use them. Use them. If especially if I'm hearing that you keeping Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle was good. Underrated film, I thought. Had Spider-Man vibes. Underrated. James Gunn, you got a dope playground. I hope you play with it. I hope you really, you know what I'm saying, do some things with it because it's there. Oh, she dragging you around? Okay. I believe it. You look like you was having all the beehive fun. Not saying she wasn't, but you seem like you was. You know what I'm saying? Hoochie coochie, everything. It's all hidey ho. You was on your crucial conflict with the hats and hey, going down at the rodeo. I saw you out there, Tina. I saw you. Salute to both of y'all though. As well as Hawk Girl being undercooked, Eve was an archetype rather than a real person. All the Daily Planet folks could have used more shine, really including Clark, to be honest. I'm not mad at that. I don't think she was under. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying about her being undercooked. I don't think she was undercooked. I think she did exactly, you know what I'm saying? She had boom, in and out. Do what she got to do. What is that? A mosquito? Yeah, it is a mosquito. That, and then you have I wouldn't it's some nitpicks. I wouldn't have minded a little bit more Clark. We didn't necessarily need more Cat. Who was that? Cat and I forgot the sports guy. You know what I'm saying? They were more there for comedic background, I would say. You know what I mean? Um, just to let you know who they are. We'll get more of them going. I think we'll get more of them going forward. Those type of people could be showing up in these different different films and different TV shows, doing the news, interviewing said superheroes and things of that nature. I think that's what you get. Eve, Eve was just, yeah, she was, but that's what. Go back and look at all the other Superman movies. She was that. You know what I'm saying? Lex always got a girl with him, and that's what she was. And you say she wasn't a real person. I know girls like that. I know girls like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel not bad takes it all. Not bad takes it all. You know what I'm saying? None of those DCU actors are getting the call at a push. Margot gets to reprise Harley, but that's it. He'll carry the characters forward, but not the actors, in my opinion. Not that, not this late in the things. I don't know if I'm talking about Black Adam. I'm not talking about the old. I'm just talking when I was saying what I was saying, I was just strictly talking Black Adam. You're right. Maybe Harley gets reprised by Margot Robbie, but I was talking Black Adam. That's who I was talking about. But I feel you. I feel you. People might have opinions about James Gunn, but he has a strong writing style. Yes. Very good at world building. Very good at world building. Very, very good. One of more Clark and Hart girl. Okay. Okay. Black Panther, what's up, man? What's up? He gave Hawk Girl something I never seen before. Her do before won't spoil, but I think that's not hers. I'm not following. Culture, I'm not following. You don't want to spoil it, I get you, but I'm not following. We'll see Black Adam. Sure as hell won't be DJ Shine Head back for it though. Nah, you gotta get the Rock back. Cause the Rock didn't lie to y'all. He said he was gonna change the hierarchy of the DCU. He did not lie. The hierarchy changed. They brought James Gunn in. He told the truth. He told the truth, man. I think Black Adam with a different writer, director, we get a better movie, better film. I think Dwayne Johnson played the hell out of with the script that he had. I thought he did good with what he got. I really liked Hawkman in it. Dr. Fate. Those are my real standouts. Adam, not so much. The Adam. And with that Red Cyclone, I think is her name. Or Green, what I can't remember her name. Yeah, didn't necessarily care for them. The mom, yeah, yes, we not bring no, that kid is done. I don't think that kid will ever work again in Hollywood or wherever. Will not work again. Matter of fact, I don't know if I even bring Shazam back. I think I might just go full Black Adam. I think I go full Black Adam. I could be wrong, but I think I would go full Black Adam. I think that's what I would do. Hawkman, Dr. Fate, fucking solid in the film. Everything else, I won't miss. The kid, yeah, I know, right? I wanted Black Adam to just like accidentally hit him and he go flying somewhere. Man, that kid was annoying. But yeah, man. I appreciate everybody rock with me. Time to wrap it up. Y'all know what I do. Let me show it to y'all. This is the schedule. Schedule right there. Blurred F's on Mondays. So y'all come check out. I think we'll be doing it this Monday. I think so. Blues House Thursdays, like what we're doing right now, and Blues News throughout the week. Hope y'all have seen my other 2 segments that I dropped, my Blues News or what, everything like that. But yeah, y'all mess with me, man. Rock with me. I appreciate everybody who came through and really kicked it. All my house gang members, you know what I'm saying? Smash that like, please, before y'all leave, before y'all get up out of here, hit that like button, please, before y'all leave. Hit the like button. Let YouTube know that y'all came in, y'all kicked it, and that y'all like this live stream, so they can, push it to other people. You know what I'm saying? And if you really like it, share it with the squad, man. Share it with your people. Drop a comment on the replay if you're replaying it. You know what I'm saying? And if you really, really, really rocking with the homies, if you really want to be part of the house gang, hit that join button, become a member. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be exclusive perks on the merchandise. You know what I'm saying? Dope content, and you get a seat at the table. You get to come and eat with Old Blue, the OG. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I always say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Take it easy, be safe, y'all. And like that, we out.